Did ancient texts like the Bible and Homer's epics secretly describe flying machines? What if the divine chariots and fiery clouds weren't metaphors but actual technologies? Let's dive into the ancient mysteries hiding in plain sight. For centuries, people have read stories from the Bible and Homer as allegories or myths. But some passages seem eerily specific, like descriptions of advanced flying devices. From chariots of fire to Ruach, the mysterious spirit of the Elohim, these texts might hold clues to something extraordinary. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about ancient literature. One of the great mysteries of ancient texts is their vivid description of celestial chariots, flying entities, and divine vehicles. Were these the imaginative musings of poets and prophets? Or did they stem from actual encounters with advanced technologies? The Bible and Homer both describe phenomena that sound surprisingly like aerial transportation, complete with roaring sounds, precise movements, and interactions with humans. Let's break it down. In the Iliad, gods like Zeus and Athena used chariots to traverse vast distances in moments. Zeus describes striking the horses beneath the chariot, implying these were not ordinary animals. These chariots appear out of nowhere, enveloped in clouds, and move at impossible speeds. For instance, when Hera embarks on a mission, she dons her sandals described as ambrosial and golden, which allow her to skim over land and sea without touching them. The description matches that of Hermes' winged sandals, often tied to aerial flight. Hera, traveling just above treetops and water surfaces, almost seems to be piloting a low hovering craft. Similarly, the Bible contains numerous accounts of divine vehicles. The prophet Elijah's ascension is one of the most striking examples. Far from being taken against his will, Elijah knew he would board the chariot, described as fiery with burning horses. Witnessed by dozens, the event was so tangible that people searched for him for days, convinced he had been set down nearby. Even in Genesis, the mysterious Ruach Elohim, spirit or wind of God, hovers over the waters. The Hebrew term ruach doesn't just imply wind or spirit, but something traveling along a set path, like a guided mechanism. Modern translations may render it as spirit, but in its original form, it could suggest a hovering, controlled entity. Both Homer and biblical texts describe vehicles with uncanny mechanical details. In Ezekiel, the kavod, glory of Yahweh, operates in sync with cherubim and makes noises audible outside the temple walls. Ezekiel explicitly states that the wheels of this device were called galgal, a term also translated as turbine. Was this an ancient attempt to describe rotating machinery? Similarly, the prophet Zechariah saw flying objects like Megillah, scrolls, and ephah, a container with a lead cover. These weren't dreams. Zechariah was wide awake, and the angel explained their purpose. The flying ephah even carried a woman inside it, only to land on a prepared base. Ancient Sumerian texts mirror these descriptions. Their gods, the Anunnaki, are drawn to the scent of sacrificial smoke, just as the Greek and Hebrew gods are. The specifics of these offerings, fat burning into smoke, hint at more than ritual. Could it have been fuel for these mysterious machines? Across texts, the recurring theme of fiery chariots or clouds becomes hard to dismiss. Were they all describing similar phenomena, using the only language available to them? If we strip away centuries of theological interpretation and poetic embellishment, the descriptions in ancient texts, like the Bible and Homer, sound remarkably like technology. From flying chariots to hovering ruach, the ancients may have been documenting encounters with something far beyond their understanding. The question remains, who or what operated these devices? Subscribe for more Mysteries Decoded.